I don't have a
At least
drink with me this time. I just got my water. It's quite sad. We ran out of everything.
I went. Absolutely knackered today. Got the
Hey,
Monster
monster.
Energy.
You
Um,
just went on a run, right? So
to
good
Oxford
boy.
City Centre,
Nice.
like 9 kilometers.
Oh,
So
damn. Very nice. Very nice.
yeah,
I need to get back into running. I've been wanting to, but I just haven't gotten around to it. Um, what's the topic? Video games.
video games.
Video
I can't tell
games.
if you're trying to do a bit here
I'm
or
no. I genuinely just like blanked out for a second because we were talking
okay.
about running.
For the viewers at home, we literally just mentioned what we're
We
talking
were
about.
literally just
Let's do
talking.
video games. Okay,
uh,
okay. I just wanted to make sure
there
it
is
wasn't a
some
bit.
planning that goes into these. It's not very much, but there is an amount of planning.
Yeah. Anyways,
Um,
let's get straight into it.
one good bit
Oh,
of news before we get going. Our channel got unbanned. Let's go.
oh
Um,
yeah,
yeah.
let's go.
Our second
Um,
video has been delayed by a week, but this is fine. This
I'm
is fine.
also flying twice tomorrow.
Way, that's a big dub. That never
Yeah,
happens.
I know. But yeah,
Um,
anyways,
yeah,
let's
video
get right
games.
into it. We do have a time limit on this
Adam's got to
video,
be
so
off.
yeah.
I mean, we both like video games. This is
I play video games. I,
I
I
play
don't just
video
like
games
my
too. Yeah,
actively
yeah,
partaking them.
yeah.
Um,
Video games have, I think, for both of us, have just always been like a massive part of our lives.
yeah.
In fact, don't think I can remember a time where I wasn't playing some form of video game. Um, like even way back, like when I was a kid and I had like Tamagotchi and like
Mhm.
there was always something. Like I've been lucky enough to have had access to a lot of different consoles over the years.
Yeah.
Like I've had an Atari, I had an SNES. I've had every PlayStation in some shape or form because I had the one, two, three, and five I own. Well, my three got given away by my mum, which is quite sad. But the four I borrowed from one of our old friends. And so technically, I've had every generation of the PlayStation, and I had a PSP for a few months as well because my cousin lent me his
Mhm.
PSP for a summer.
And you did
So
have an Xbox One for a bit
I
as
had the
well. One S,
Xbox
I
as
think
well.
it was.
I remember
Yeah.
that generation. I wanted to buy the PS4, but all of our friends at school had Xboxes, and I just didn't want to be the one guy who couldn't join everyone, so I ended up going with the Xbox, which was,
I mean,
I mean, it was fine. Like I'm not like
yeah.
you know the whole console wars stuff that people talk about. I mean, it's
Mhm.
kind of over now. Like Xbox shot itself in the foot. Um,
Yeah.
like Sony's just kind of winning and Nintendo's kind of winning. Um, Xbox is just kind of gone out the picture, especially with the stuff they've been talking about recently.
I mean, for me, it was the must very early on, like maybe six or
Mm-hmm.
something. 6 or the year older than that. Uh, I I played on my brother's Xbox 360. I've got two half brothers, and I played on that. And that I remember that got me hooked into it. And then I think first my parents got me a PSP because
Mm-hmm.
when we'd visit family in Malaysia, obviously there's no point me having that. However, I am convinced that when did Club Penguin start? Because I don't
2008. Let me just fact check
I don't
this.
know if I started Club Penguin just at the start of
It was
Club Penguin,
2005. Never
but
mind. It was earlier than I thought it
2005.
was.
Like, okay, well, I definitely wasn't playing at 3 years old. um, but yeah, I think I played Club Penguin like before console. Like, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
as you know, I've been mostly PC most of my life. Even when I've had consoles, I've still mainly played PC. But yeah, I got my Xbox. Then when I had my Xbox, I started. Minecraft was the major shift. Like to be fair, when I first got my 360, I never had the Xbox original. It was just called Xbox, wasn't it? The
Mm-hmm.
original one.
Yeah, I think so.
Um, yeah. So I never had that. I started off on the 360. Then I remember I loved playing, especially the Lego games.
Oh yeah.
Loved the Lego games. Loved COD Zombies.
Mm.
I used to I used to be obsessed with a game called Crackdown, which, for those who don't know, it's a bit like GTA, except you're the police. Like you're this super cop, and I remember I absolutely loved that. It had some
Oh,
parkour in it. You had cars which you could upgrade and like have cool weapons and
nice, nice.
stuff. And but yeah, then when my parents, I went to a friend's house and he was playing Minecraft,
Oh, there it
and
is.
yeah, there we are. And then he was like, "Oh well, if you get Minecraft, you can play as well." And then my parents had this MacBook, and I remember I got it on there, and that was a game changer. I remember my first world still. It wasn't even that good. It was a super flat world, my first world, I think, because like I just I knew nothing about the game. I genuinely didn't watch any YouTube or anything for it. All I knew was that little bit. Well, watch my friend, and then yeah, it's super flat world. It I got barely anywhere in it. I remember I spent hours and hours trying to fucking find diamonds and stuff, which you don't find in a super flat world. But yeah, I still remember that world. But yeah, Minecraft, and then I was basically PC.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'd go on my Xbox sometimes, but yeah, basically PC. I think the other main thing though was my 360. It wouldn't connect to internet. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, my parents wouldn't have gotten me Xbox Live anyway. Like, but yeah, it wouldn't connect to the internet without an Ethernet cable, which my parents wouldn't let me hook up. So the Xbox did just become something like where it's for parties and things. Which even when I got the One S, because I also got another Xbox, just because again most of our friends were playing Xbox. I barely ended up joining. It was honestly, I sold my 360 for it, and it's honestly one of my biggest regrets because our friends barely actually, they kept changing games,
I think
which
by the
I couldn't
time
keep up
you
with.
ended up buying the Xbox, we had moved on from Xbox games. And plus, we were playing a lot of games that I don't think were your kind of vibe.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm a lot more shooters and
yeah.
stuff. I mean,
Um,
even Ark, I really enjoyed playing Ark Survival
I
Evolved,
mean,
but then I think by the time I
we've been
got it,
doing
like
every
you
other
guys
year of
had
Arc
kinda.
servers, and
Yeah.
it's always fun. But we'd already like done multiple Arc runs by the time you'd gotten your Xbox.
Hmm.
So you know we'd already.
But yeah, I remember though. I think it was 2016, maybe earlier actually, maybe 2015 when I got my first gaming laptop.
Mhm.
Because so I played on my parents' Mac for a while. Then I went
The
onto
Mac
a
gaming is cursed.
oh, honestly. Then I got my own laptop because my parents were like, no, they need the Mac. Like,
Mhm.
I can't just hog it all the time. And it was a HP Pavilion,
Ah,
which
the
we won't
goat.
get into detail over before we get a cease and desist letter through the mail. Um, but yeah, got a HP Pavilion, which honestly, it was so cursed when I first had it because keep in mind, me as a kid, I knew barely anything about gaming. I was playing Minecraft with a touchpad. The first
You
year
know,
or two
I
of
didn't discover
Minecraft.
what a mouse was for a really long time as well because
Well,
I just didn't know. Like we didn't have a mouse at
I mean,
home,
I
and
knew what
then.
one was because of school, obviously, but
Mhm.
to me, it was like, well, what's the point of spending the money to get one?
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
like,
I remember we had one of those weird trackball thingies.
oh
Instead of a
yeah, like
mouse,
isn't that like
it was
between the
literally
J and K key or
no, no, no,
something?
no.
Like,
We actually had a physical trackball that was separate
oh,
from the keyboard.
okay,
It was really
yeah.
cool. It was basically just a mouse, but it was a trackball. And then after that, we ended up getting a mouse. It was wild. It was like 2008, I think. Um, and yeah, like I mean, the mouse, like it it probably like you know I'm really glad I got into gaming at an early age because I don't feel like such a boomer when I come to a new game nowadays. Um, I
I don't know.
introduce
That
I go
there was a game recently.
What are you talking about?
There was a game recently where it was coming back to Overwatch.
Oh, right.
I
Yeah.
felt like I had my walking stick and I was telling all these new gen players back in my day.
Yeah. Adam
Oh,
a bit
that
more
felt
so than
awful.
me, but I wouldn't say we're like fully OG Overwatch players. We picked it up a few years after it came out, right?
I
Or a
got it
year.
2017,
That's a year
I
after it
think.
came out, I think.
Can you see how old your Blizzard account is?
Overwatch. I don't know.
Like,
Overwatch is 2016. I was right. Yeah. Um,
yeah.
I think I got it the same year as you, but like a few months after you did.
Yeah.
And I mean, you've obviously played a lot more than me, but we tend to play like, I mean, we play online
Mhm.
together all the time. That's just our main
I mean,
hobby.
Overwatch, honestly, I think this is why I like the game so much. Overwatch was a huge shift
Hmm.
in me gaming from, I think it's the first game
It's
I
the
took
first competitive
competitively.
game I
So,
played, I
I mean,
think, ever, pretty
obviously,
much.
Bed Wars. We
Okay,
were
we played
competitive,
many
but,
years of Bed Wars.
but like, I wouldn't say it's the same because
No,
at the
it's
same time,
definitely not
we were
because
competitive, but
the
it
thing is,
wasn't a competitive
okay, I
game.
want to talk about Minecraft for a little bit. First of all, we'll talk about Bed Wars because we're on the topic. We
Yeah.
played the shit out of Bed Wars. We would like
Mhm.
every time I was on. I probably was
It
online a
could
lot
have been
less
a
than you.
12-hour day,
Yeah, yeah,
honestly.
yeah.
At some
I
points, it wouldn't have surprised me.
I was on a lot less than Adam because my parents wouldn't let me go on every day on a week, especially on weekdays. But when I could come on, like on a weekend or a Friday, and sometimes I'd sneak on a weekday without my parents noticing.
I mean, cheeky old
Um,
alt tab, shout
yeah,
out to that. There's
exactly,
no
exactly.
way I'd have played so
Uh,
much Bed Wars.
we got to talk about French as well. Like every
Oh,
time
God.
during our GCSEs, Adam was doing French revision, where we would be playing a video game, and then he'd just alt tab, and then just shout out, "Eh,
Chart?
shot!"
Hang on, hang
That's
on.
right.
Wait,
I was
I
trying
don't remember
I was
this.
trying to speak French at the same time as. Anyway, he would shout out "et grand," or some random French
Et
phrase.
petit grand,
Et
et
petit
je suis
grand,
et grand,
je
et...
suis. It made no sense, but he would just randomly scream it out, and we just know his mom walked into the room at that point.
I walked
And
past us. I heard
you
someone
just see his
upstairs.
avatar just come to a full stop, and then he'd just be shouting random French words.
Honestly, like, my parents had to have known. I think
Yeah,
it was like bloody L versus Light, where like L knows he's just waiting to get the hard evidence to like
yeah.
arrest him. Because my mum, I mean, to be fair, I, like my dad, he didn't mind as much.
Hmm.
My mum definitely did mind,
Yeah.
but she definitely knew that there was no way,
It's nice that
like.
she just let you get away with it without saying
Yeah.
anything.
As I said, she
I
just didn't have the hard evidence. You know that meme where it's like when they know something but you just don't can't prove it.
I got away with so much as a kid. When I would like because my parents were super strict on weekdays, and I have had trouble sleeping my whole life, basically. I especially when I was in school, I would just barely sleep most nights. So I would just wake up, and I wouldn't be able to. Well, I wouldn't fall asleep in the first place, but I would go downstairs or I would go find the family computer and I would start playing some form of video game like every night.
Mhm.
It was a lot of Minecraft. Honestly, Minecraft was the biggest. I need to talk about Minecraft. We need to get back to it, but there was so many days where I almost got caught, but somehow managed to slip past it. Because my dad also has insomnia, and he just cannot
Mhm.
wake. Like once he wakes up, he can't fall asleep again. It's kind of the opposite of me. I can't get to sleep, but he can't stay asleep. And there've been so many times where he wakes up and he's walking around in his room, and thankfully I've managed to hear him, so I just quickly turn the PC off, run to my bed, and
Yeah.
then somehow avoid it.
You
Um,
see, my mum actually, because my mum, I think she's got insomnia, but she doesn't sleep much at night. Like she'll stay up very late, struggling to sleep, then she'll sleep in late usually. And she would always bust me. That was one of the things where I'd never get away with it,
I
which
don't know
was
how I
if I was
did.
gaming super late. And she ended up actually moving my PC because I used to have a desk in my bedroom. I used to game in my bedroom, and then she like because we had like 2 spare bedrooms,
Yeah.
and she ended up moving the desk and everything into there and
Mm.
said I'm not allowed to game in my bedroom anymore. So and because you know the layout of my house, my
Mhm.
bedroom's next to my parents' one, and then my like
The office is on
study
the other side
is
of
like
the
other side. So there's no
landing.
way I'm sprinting back.
Yeah.
And yeah, like yeah, that was when I was younger. That was a huge no. She's obviously was all right with it for me once I got out of school,
Hmm.
but yeah.
I think it's funny that the reason I didn't get caught was probably because of video games. Because my
Hmm.
dad would love, like, he plays the most random mobile games. He's been playing this one recently where it's like you got these, I don't know what this game's called, so some of you might know, but there's these two towers and you build like a tower thing and they like crawl towards each other, and then you fire cannons at I don't know what it is. It's kind of one of those brain dead like stupid games that probably had an AI advert that caught his attention. But
I mean,
he
my
would sit and play
mum.
that when he wakes up in the middle of the night, and he still does. So that's the only reason I got away with it, was because he was playing video games.
I mean, my mum, she does enjoy video games. Like, I remember she loved going through the Lego games with me. Like, I
Mm,
think that's why I've got such good memories of the Lego games, to be fair, because
mm,
it was a lot of bonding between me and my mum. And she does play like Candy Crush and things
mm,
like that on her phone. My dad's recently started getting into
mm.
video games. They're more like puzzle games.
Yeah,
Like, I guess what he plays is more similar to what the
I mean,
typical
there's so many
dad
different
would go
genres,
through
right?
on the newspaper now,
Yeah,
like, but
yeah,
like
yeah.
no newspapers. But
Yeah, no, I remember with my PS2, my dad and we bonded a lot over that. There was a game called James Pond, which was basically you were just James Bond, but you were a fish. I'm looking it up. James Pond Underwater Agent. What a brilliant game. But we had this on the PS2, and genuinely, I think. Oh no, it was codename Robocod. I think is the version we had, maybe. But we would play so many hours of this game. It was so stupid as well. Like it was like just like a dumb platformer game, and but I just have really good memories of just spending time with my dad playing this game. Um,
mhm.
I still have the disc for it somewhere. All my PlayStation games have gone to India. Because I wanted something to do in the summer while I'm there, so I took my PS2 over, and then took all my games over. But then I realized I didn't take my controllers over, so I couldn't do
Oh
anything.
no.
So then the next summer I went back with my controllers. Turns out both of my controllers were broken. So we ended up actually luckily finding some secondhand ones in like a tech shop in India. So yeah, whenever I go back to India, I just play some old PS2 games. It's quite good. Um,
And
yeah, this is great.
yeah, I mean, I think one other game which actually um we've not really mentioned is mobile games. Like for us, Clash of Clans,
Oh yeah, I thought
Injustice.
you were gonna talk about Siege.
Like,
Um, we
no, that's later on. As we still need to go on to Overwatch
yeah, yeah,
first.
yeah.
I've got stuff for that.
Um, bro, when we played what's it called? A pretentious game. Is the game with the two cubes. The blue and the pink cube. Do you remember this? We played it during
No.
lunchtime. Oh, it was maybe you weren't playing with us. It was I know it was me, Abhinav, and one of our other friends at least. Um, but it's basically a game where you're literally just two cubes and you go through this whole game. And it's like
Sounds a
sort of
bit
a love
like
story between the pink
Fireboy and
cube and the
Water Girl a
yeah, yeah,
bit.
sort of, but it's a kind of a love story between the pink cube and the blue cube, and we were just like 16-year-old guys just playing this game at lunchtime, and late like the I don't remember what happens, but I just remember the game's really sad. So I remember one lunchtime we were all just crying at the end of this game, and we were all just sat there full on like
Oh.
16, 17-year-old kids just crying our eyes out over a mobile game. um
Maybe that's why they did mobile bans.
yeah, well, no, we were really lucky because I think in most schools now in the UK, mobile phones aren't allowed, and I think we mentioned
Yeah.
before in one of the previous
I think
sessions, but
last week's episode.
our year group was the one that got mobile phones banned for our school because there was this one guy who kept connecting his Bluetooth and playing out really loud, inappropriate stuff. But we were lucky enough to be able to play games. Adam mentioned a few earlier, like Clash of Clans, um, and
Yeah, I played
Injustice.
Clash of Clans from very early on in the game. Like,
Yeah,
I think while, like, early on while I was playing, that was when they released Town Hall 9.
yeah.
And then, yeah,
I've gone through quite a few Clash of Clans accounts because I remember when we started playing in school, I started a new one because I couldn't log
mhm.
into my old one. I've had this is an issue I need to bring up. Uh, young Pratik was really stupid, even more
Young Pratik.
stupid than current Pratik. I knew you were gonna do that. Even more stupid than current Pratik. And I just did not write down or remember any of my passwords. So I want to come back
I
to
remember you
Minecraft
used to
again,
tell me
but
your
I
passwords
would
to
tell
remember
Adam
them,
my password.
and I'd
I
get a
think you
message
still know the password
sometimes,
to my email account. Um,
possibly.
yeah,
But
that hasn't changed in a while. So,
hang on,
um,
let me just log in.
wait. But I had my biggest regret was Minecraft because I had Minecraft really early on. I think it was 2010 or 11 when I got Minecraft. It was very early because it was at least it must have been 2010. I'm thinking because or it was at least late like early 2011 because it was about 2 years before my sister was born.
Hmm.
So I genuinely like I had an account like really early. I think that was in like alpha time or beta time. Minecraft alpha. And then I remember I played the shit out of Minecraft. It was like my main game. Yeah, it was during the alpha time. And I had maybe like 1,000 hours on it by the time like on one world, by the way. I just played on this one world.
Hmm.
I built so much stuff. I built a massive like I can't even remember what it was, but it was some form of skyscraper. I tried to build a castle and it looked disgusting. I remember I did the classic. It wasn't quite the dirt hut, but I dug into like a wall and just kind of lived like a hobbit for a little while. But obviously, Dom Pratik did not write down any of his details, and our computer just got a virus or something. I don't know. My dad got really angry at me for it because he was like, "Oh, you're always playing
Company.
video games on the computer. You broke the computer." I took the blame for it. I don't think it was me. I might have been me, to be fair. I would go on random like online like video game pages and things. I play a lot of RuneScape as well. Um,
Oh yeah.
I would try and download like games for free because my dad wouldn't. He'd buy me games, but only on special occasions. And sometimes I'd really want a game that I heard about or saw online, and I was like, "Oh, I need to buy this." So I'd go and download random links off the
You
internet.
would click
So
the big green
I would
download
click the
button.
big green down button. Yeah, and there was no like proper antivirus back then, so maybe it was me who bought the computer. But who knows? It's years ago now, but yeah, I lost everything, and I genuinely think that is the main reason I'm so like organized with my accounts nowadays. I literally know how to get access to every single account that I have, because I just it was traumatic. Honestly, I spent so long on that one world, and I remember it was shortly after my sister was born that I lost it. Um, but yeah, that was it was not a nice time.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, I remember when I moved from like my parents' Mac to the pavilion. I remember then I think I lost, like, we tried transferring the worlds, but
mhm,
I mean, I guess I didn't lose them because they were still on the Mac. I mean, the Mac's probably deleted Minecraft now. Like, it's been so many years. But like, I remember like we tried moving them, but then like the files weren't transferring. Maybe because of the different OS systems. To be fair,
mhm,
um, but I don't think I was too. I was gutted, obviously, because like I mean, I had quite a few different worlds. I had a creative one. I had a couple survival ones. And like, yeah, it is gutting, but to be fair, I think at that time it was when I was starting to go on like faction servers and things like that.
I
So I
remember you
wasn't
introduced me to
too bothered.
factions.
Yeah, I
Um,
remember I really enjoyed it like
mhm.
at the time, but
I
like
never really got into it as much as you did.
yeah.
We So I had to buy a new Minecraft account in order to play with Adam because, like I said, I lost my old one. And the thing is, it wasn't just like I couldn't get the email recovery. I didn't have the email either because the email had also been lost.
Yeah.
Like all of, I think I lost RuneScape that way as well. I lost so much stuff. But anyway, I remember we started playing factions together, and I just remember that one time where you were like, "We're gonna do this big raid. It's gonna be amazing." And I was stood there waiting, and then we had another friend who was building this cannon to destroy.
Was didn't he his like laptop blue screen or
I don't know,
something, and
something
then
went wrong, and then the
because he never
cannon
came
just never he
back.
never came back, and the cannon was just sat there, and neither
You
of
know,
us knew what to
mate,
do with it.
maybe this dude realized like, oh, he built it wrong, spent so many supplies. It was like, I can't tell these people that I've done that. I'ma just dip, and then just
Maybe.
managed to never
We were
return.
literally sat there for hours waiting for him. I remember
Yeah,
we were just running around, like jumping around the room. And at that point, I hadn't gotten into Redstone yet. There was a time later on where I got really into it. So I had no clue what I was doing, what was going on. And then we just gave up on factions. I
yeah.
don't know if you played it ever again, but I just couldn't
I
get.
I played it for a while after
Hmm.
still because I enjoyed the PvP aspect
Yeah,
of
yeah.
it. But for me, I basically once we started the Bed Wars
Bed
grind,
Wars
that
was
was when I
the
stopped
main.
playing factions,
I
which I
think
think
that's
wasn't
really
too long after.
where we became good friends because before
Yeah,
then, I remember. Again, I've mentioned before, but I didn't really like you when you first
yeah,
joined. And I was like, I would just kind of get along with you, but then because I was playing, obviously, this was time where we would play on the Xbox with other friends, and Adam didn't have an Xbox yet. So I was just playing other games, and then eventually Adam bought his Xbox, but even then, like he said, we kind of stopped playing Xbox games by that point,
yeah.
which is pretty
Like
unfortunate
I got
timing for you.
I got Battlefield 1 to play with some of our friends, but they barely came on. Like,
One of our
and
friends
the thing is, it
pulls the
was
strat of, Bro, buy this game, it's gonna be sick." We all
yeah.
buy the game, and then he never plays it again
No,
with
I
us.
remember it was quite BM because like I remember when I was free, he'd be playing a different game,
Hmm.
and then like when I wasn't free, he'd
Hmm.
play some of that, and it's like, well, I can't join
I
now.
was
But
playing a lot of Roblox with him back in the day. Maybe it was me who's pulling him away
no,
from.
it was a different Xbox game
Oh, was it?
because
Okay. He
when
was
you were
playing
playing
Slime
Roblox,
Rancher and Subnautica as well.
yeah,
Um,
I can't remember, but like
mhm.
because I remember like I was like, oh, you're never on. And he was like, what do you mean? I've got hundreds of hours on the game. I was like, really?
uh,
But yeah. Uh,
I remember. I
but,
think Titanfall was Titanfall 2. I think that was the
mhm.
main game that helped me bond with the others because I bought that on release. I actually pre-ordered it because I was like, "Ooh, big robot go burr!" And honestly, to this day, I think it's still one of my top 10 gaming experiences playing Titanfall. Um,
Mhm.
Not just the multiplayer, the main story for the game. It's short, but it's really good. And the ending is like for those who've played it, you know what I mean? It's oddly emotional for how little time you've played the game for. Because I think the campaign's only like 8 to 10 hours. I could be wrong, but
Oh, so
that's
quite
just it's very
yeah.
short. If you can bang through it in one sitting, and but the multiplayer as well had so much like complexity to it. I remember everyone would like there'd be so much random like different strats on what's the meta, right? I would run the
Mhm.
Mozambique, and I know the Mozambique fans out there know what I'm talking about. This thing was a demon. I tried it in Apex and it's just not good.
Yeah, I
But
remember because I never played Titanfall,
yeah,
but I
yeah,
played Apex, and you were hyping it up so
yeah.
much that I got it. I was like,
It's
all right.
really bad in Apex. But in Titanfall, it is one of the best guns in the game. Because you and like it was Xbox as well, so like everyone's aim is kind of shit compared to PC. I was never
Mm.
amazing at the game, but I'd have games where I'd pop off, you know. And those were great memories. But yeah, so we moved on to Minecraft Bed Wars, and that is really where we spent the majority of, I think, almost 2 years we played that game. Just like Bed Wars. We played Bed Wars, and what was the other one? We play Sky Wars as well.
Skywars.
And we just play the random games on Hypixel.
Yeah. To
Uh,
be fair, I remember it was mostly for me. Bed Wars and Sky Wars.
mhm,
But yeah, I still have memories of blasting. I love How to Train Your Dragon, and
mhm.
I used to just blast the
Yeah.
How to Train Your Dragon soundtrack
Yeah, yeah,
whilst
yeah.
playing Bed Wars, and honestly, it was good. But yeah, so I think we stayed on Bed Wars, and then it was once I had got my gaming laptop,
Mhm.
and then I think stayed on Bed Wars a bit
We
longer.
did, yeah.
But then I got Overwatch and GTA for my birthday one year,
Mhm,
and that shifted for me.
mhm.
I went from like, okay, yeah, I mean, I think we got like a 50 game win streak. Oh, like I got a 50 game win streak on
Yeah,
Bed
yeah,
Wars.
yeah.
Like it was mental. I would kill hackers on that game.
I remember
Genuinely.
Adam was actually kind of goated at Bedwars. Like, unironically, like he would just carry like the strat was okay. We'd either play in like groups of four or groups or us two.
Hmm.
When it was us two, I would just be the base bitch, as it was called. I would literally just sit, do everything in the base, like sell everything out. Adam would go out, kill everyone, come back. I've got 50 emeralds on me. Let's go.
Here you are.
Here you are. Do something with it. I'm like, okay, put the obby down. But like, but when we were playing in group, oh my god, when we were playing in groups. So what we had two guys who would do the base stuff. I would then start going out.
Mhm.
But I have shit coordination, and I still do to this day. So I had a very bad habit of running across the bridges, and I just randomly jump off the side of the bridge. Now, I
Literally,
will say,
one of
I'm
our
not trying to make an
friends.
excuse, but I it was partly because I had really bad lag at the time. I would elastic lag all over the fucking map, and I would just like I would think I'm in one spot, and then I'd jump to get onto a different ledge, and I'd end up just teleporting back, then jumping off the bridge, because my ping was just terrible, and I had a really shit laptop as well back then. But yeah, go on.
One of our friends, he would start eventually because we lost like tons of resources from that, and like okay,
I
it's
would be coming
recoverable,
back
but
with
it wasn't
diamonds
that.
or emeralds, and
Yeah,
I would just die.
and like sometimes like I'd pass you the resources I've collected to send you back and things, and then it's like
I don't
one
know if
of
we
our
have any
friends.
clips from it, but we've had this.
We
This isn't a
must do.
one or two time occurrence. This happened almost every
Yeah.
game.
Every session we played,
Every
it happened
session, it
at least
happened at
once.
least once. Yeah.
But like one of our friends ended up just what he called critique proofing the bridges, where it's
You
like
just build a layer to either side of the bridge to try and stop
literally
me from
it,
falling off.
it ended up costing us so many more resources because instead of just one narrow thing up, no, he had to do walls, he did a roof
I
sometimes.
remember
He
one
did,
time I literally somehow fell off after he critique proofed it, and then he was
oh
just
my
like,
days,
"Fuck this, I give up."
absolutely lost it. That is when that is the poor critique moment, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll tell the story anyway, but it might be a different time. But once this friend, he started absolutely losing it at the tape. You're an idiot. Nobody loves you. And
He was just throwing
he,
insults in there,
it
like
was
completely
literally
unrelated.
5 minutes of
Um,
constant. No one could get a word in. I was just laughing so hard because this dude, I absolutely lost it. And particularly, you probably deserved it. You probably
I
did
know, I
something.
lost this that
He is
game.
a good friend, by the way, so it was a funny
Mm-hmm.
like rage, not like a proper one. Thought I'd make that clear. And then like he finally finishes his rant. It's silence. All of us are just silent. then I just hear his dad in the background go, "Puppety." I
You could
absolutely
just hear
lost it.
his dad's voice come through the mic. Because also,
Honestly,
his parents know us as well, because we've been to his house loads
yeah.
of times. So he's just like, oh, like, this guy, he's always angry when he plays video games, but this time was like an exception to the rule. He was, he was
It was.
beyond livid.
Yeah, he was
It was so
furious.
unjustified. I fell off the bridge. Like, what do you want me to do?
But yeah, let's move on to Overwatch.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah, from
so
Bed Wars, we moved straight onto Overwatch, basically.
yeah, for me it was like Overwatch slash GTA because I
Mhm.
got both games for my birthday. I think well, I'd already played GTA
Mhm.
single player,
I played the
but I
old
got
ones. I still haven't played GTA 5 Story.
No, this is GTA 5 I'm talking
Mhm.
about, by the way. I'll clarify it to the. If I say GTA, presume it's GTA 5 until GTA 6 comes out. But yeah, so I played GTA 5 on my 360 when I lived in Brunei, but this was like the first time I got to play online because basically I got GTA, I think from my parents. I got the money to
I'm
buy GTA.
honestly surprised your mom bought you GTA.
Well, they got it for me twice. They got it for me on my 360 when I was like a proper toddler,
Yeah.
and then but yeah. So actually, I'll mention this. My parents, they were fine with all of it on GTA. Honestly, they were fine with the killing. They were fine with the strip clubs. They were fine with the clothes shops. They were fine with the cars. Everything. Not the swearing. The
Swearing's
swearing
not
was
allowed.
that was the line. So they
I
got me
remember that
GTA
just reminded
5.
me. Every time we came to Adam's house when we were younger, we would we all have terrible like potty mouths. We swear all the time, as you can probably tell. But
Yeah.
every time we go to Adam's house, like any of us would swear, and he'd just lose it. He'd be like, "Guys,
Language.
shut up, language."
But
um,
like yeah, so basically I had to play GTA 5. The agreement was they will get me this game. I can play this video game, but the TV has to be muted.
no
And
swears.
it's like they wouldn't care about anything else
That seems
as long as
quite
it's muted.
yeah.
And it's like I got GTA on my laptop and I played it. And remember, my 360 couldn't connect to the internet, so like I knew that they'd have updated the game a few times as well.
Mhm.
And I played it, and I went, "Oh my god, this update where they've added audio? There's radios in the cars now."
What?
Because like it was like such an instinct for me where
Mhm.
you know when GTA's got its slideshow or going through all the pictures, I'd
Mhm.
always just turn the audio all the way down during that, just naturally off the TV. And
Mhm.
now you can play and I'm like, wow,
Can I just
they've
say,
added audio to this.
playing GTA and just driving around listening to non-stop pop FM has got to be
Yeah.
one of my favorite
Well,
experiences.
once you got DJ Car,
Cara
yeah,
Delevingne is got to be one of the
uh,
best voices in all of
you
video
know,
games. I just love her random
speaking of,
one line.
like,
Is your boss being a dick to you at work? Like, it was brilliant.
speaking of, actually, brief detour away from the audience and directed to you, Pratik. I heard apparently they're adding another heist this summer. The
Oh,
final one to GTA 5.
oh.
I might give it a reinstall, you know.
We might have to
Yeah.
pick it back up. Okay, okay, okay.
Anyways, back to story. So yeah, got GTA 5 and that was fun. I played with a friend, and then at Christmas, the friend who lost it at Pratik, he got the game as well. But yeah, so I was playing GTA alongside with Overwatch, and oh my god, Overwatch I think will forever have like a place in my heart for like the first online competitive shooter that I ever played. I
Yeah,
played first person shooters before on my 360, like COD Zombies and stuff. Oh my days, I absolutely loved Overwatch.
Adam was
I
a
mean,
Tracer main through and through.
Tracer one trick, honestly. Like,
You've
honestly,
expanded your horizons since then, though.
I have. And you know what? The new Overwatch hero, Shion, she is incredibly fun. I was actually speaking to one of our friends about this. She's actually like for me, the second most fun hero, second to Tracer. I've only done a couple games of Tracer recently. I mean,
Hmm.
there's quests where you have to play this new hero anyway. But yeah, I've been playing quite a bit of Overwatch recently, and I've been absolutely loving this new hero.
I haven't actually
But
reinstalled it because I installed it a while ago when we picked it back up, and then we kind of stopped, and then
yeah,
I think I deleted it again, but I'll have to
but
give it a
um,
re-download.
but yeah, so Overwatch, I love the. I mean, I think it's been mentioned in an off comment how both of us draw. Like, I mean, I haven't drawn too much recently, but Overwatch's art style, I really like that their art style. I
Hmm.
really like their characters. Like,
I
honestly,
remember Overwatch came at like I mean I didn't really play any online competitive games, but when it came out, it felt so colorful and had so much
hmm
character. Like each individual hero just has their own personality, and you can feel that playing the game.
yeah,
And
because thing is,
it was just so
beforehand,
unique to me. Like,
like I played COD,
mhm.
and I think they've added
I
heroes
played
or
a little bit of COD actually.
specialists, I think they're
Yeah,
called in
I
COD,
don't know.
and like they're kind of hopping onto this hero shooter trend.
Hmm.
But like before, but yeah, you're a nameless character really in COD multiplayer,
Hmm.
and then like I did play TF2 earlier. We actually skipped over that. I played
I
TF2
think I played
a
like three
decent
games
amount.
of TF2 with you. I did
I
not like
think I
TF2.
have like just under 200 hours if I
Hmm.
check on Steam. Like I played a decent amount, but like the issue with TF2 is obviously the lobbies are much like I'm pretty sure it was us just joining random lobbies.
Hmm.
When we joined actual games, there was usually a hacker or something which ruined it. But yeah, Overwatch, honestly, absolutely loved it. I think I don't I don't know how many hours I had in the game by the time we stopped
It would
playing.
have been a few thousand.
No, I'm saying no because my tracer time was only at like 200
Ah,
hours.
okay, fine. Oh,
However, it doesn't
are you talking about just the
it doesn't
first time we played it?
yeah, just first time.
Ah, okay.
And it also doesn't include custom games though because I don't think they add that
Yeah.
onto your total time. So maybe like 500 hours, which I mean compare it to like other games now, it wasn't that much, but I was hooked
Hmm.
to Overwatch.
I mean,
It definitely.
I played a lot less than you because I just didn't
Mhm.
have the same amount of time to play because, like I said, I wasn't allowed on most days. But I remember like Overwatch was the first time I like it felt like I was like actually good at a competitive game because
Yeah.
I tried competitive games before. Like I guess Bed Wars is somewhat competitive, so and
hmm
I wasn't the best at Bed Wars, but I wasn't terrible either. I wasn't as good as
Once we
you,
sorted the
but
bridges.
once we
Once
saw
we
the
sorted
bridges,
the
of course,
bridges.
my greatest weakness. But there was games like Black like I think Modern Warfare 2 was my main COD that I played. Um, and I was terrible. I wasn't like good at those. I played games like FIFA at friends' houses before, and I just first of all I hate FIFA.
I mean, you had no
Um,
passion for those
I just don't
anyway,
like
so
them, and
like,
I was terrible at them as well. So that just doesn't help. But I think Overwatch was the first time I played a game that was competitive, and I felt like I was actually contributing to the team.
mm,
I remember like because I was initially I think I started off as a Diva main or a Reinhardt main or something, and then I switched to Mercy.
yeah, I
Um,
remember you went to Mercy
yeah,
for
no,
quite a
no.
while.
I was actually on Diva for a lot longer than you probably
Oh, were
remember
you?
because I remember last time I logged onto Overwatch I checked my Diva hours and it was actually quite high. Um,
Mm,
so I played a lot of Diva. I think it's because I took a break from Overwatch because I wasn't enjoying Diva. Um,
mhm.
and then I picked up Mercy, and I was literally just Adam's pocket Mercy for the longest
Yeah,
time. I was a
I
Mercy one trick, but I loved it. Um,
I remember though, like when I first started playing, like I tried out a couple heroes, but when I went to Tracer, something just something literally just clicked in my
mhm.
head, like about her gameplay,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
honestly, I just played her. Genuinely, just played her
Hmm.
after that. Like,
I remember
I
I
think
ended
I
up
was.
picking up a few more healers eventually, but then we dropped Overwatch completely.
Yes.
Um,
So then we went to Fortnite.
we went to Fortnite. Was it Fortnite before Siege? I thought it was
Yep,
Siege
Fortnite
before.
before
Oh,
Siege.
was it?
Nope,
Okay, okay.
because Fortnite was
We got
GCSE.
Fortnite. I remember.
GCSE summer
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah,
Fortnite.
yeah. That's true. That's true. I remember. I remember playing Fortnite way back in the day when the pump shotty, because we'd play it on the Xbox. I think this is before you picked up Fortnite on your
Hmm.
PC with us. But we'd play on the Xbox, and the pump shotty would just like you could just infinite range it from across the map. It was just a sniper. It was so broken back in the day. But yeah, like the OG Fortnite days were honestly such good memories. But then we switched to
Yeah.
PC Fortnite.
Hey,
Um,
I mean, I no, that's what was so nice about it because we could. It was the first game where because okay, I had my Xbox One, but after that first like 6 months, I never got live again because I couldn't be bothered.
mhm,
Not when not enough people were playing, and I was having more fun on PC anyway.
yeah,
But it was the first game where some of my friends who were console only, we could play together.
yeah.
That was new to. I think when I played with you, you were always
I was on
PC,
my
were you?
PC because I
Yeah.
didn't like playing with a controller on a game that required such good aim. Um,
Mm.
so I just didn't want to do it. But one of our friends I remember would only join on his Xbox. Um,
Yeah.
and it
I
was
mean,
honestly
even when he joined us later on
on
PC,
PC.
he'd plug a controller in.
Yeah. um, but yeah, I just remember like it was the first time we could all like properly play, I think, because we'd play Bed Wars together as well. But it wasn't did he join for Overwatch, that friend? Um
Don't think
I
so.
don't think he
If he
did,
did, it
yeah.
was
It was
later
the
on,
first
only
time,
for a
yeah,
short
because we
period.
dropped Bed Wars, so I think it was the first time we all played together again properly. Um
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was honestly that was really good. That was one of my favorite games that we've played so far.
Mm. I
I
mean, that's another game that I've picked up again recently.
mhm.
Funnily enough, do you know
We
what
do
got me
keep
to pick it
going
up
back
again?
to what is a
Get,
skin
get,
line?
guess.
Is it a line of skins that they've released?
Guess what
A
skin when
collaboration. What's come out recently?
it's related to the podcast and things we've discussed.
It's related to the podcast. Is it some form of
Like
anime
this
skin?
episode,
This
something
episode.
we've discussed this episode, yeah.
Overwatch collab with Fortnite.
Tracer skin
There's
came to
no way
Fortnite,
there's Tracer skin in
installed
Fortnite.
it,
That's
got
so
it
funny.
straight away. Literally,
Oh my god.
I heard about that and instantly went, yes, I
Nice.
have to. Like, no
Um,
joke. If I was to think of a character associated to gaming for me, it
mhm.
would probably be Tracer.
Yeah,
Like,
I have the same association with you.
yeah.
Just yeah. I don't
Like, I
think
mean,
I
she
have.
used to be my Discord icon for the
Yeah, for
longest
a very
time.
long time. I don't think I have a character like that because my taste in games is very different. We've talked a lot about what we've done together,
Mhm.
but I just quick aside. My taste in games is very different from Adam's taste in games.
Yeah.
I play online games to spend time with friends, not to play the online game. But Adam likes playing competitive games a lot.
Yeah, like
Um,
okay, I do enjoy story games, like don't get me wrong, especially like Witcher and things like
mm,
that. But there are times where like I'll boot up and I'll just be I'll do a Fortnite game, but like
mhm,
just solo it sometimes if no one's around. Usually, especially the past few years though, I'd say I think I've been more likely if no one's on, I'd rather go do something else.
yeah,
Like, unless I'm hooked into a single player game already,
mhm,
it's either I'll game online with
mhm,
others, not game, and do something else.
yeah,
Like, at the moment, it's like, if people aren't on, I'll either do some revision or I'll do some stuff for the cosplay that
mhm.
I'm sorting.
Yeah,
But yeah.
I've always preferred single player games. I will straight up say I tend not to enjoy multiplayer games
Yeah. I mean, you do
for
get
example,
addicted at times.
yeah, there's times
Like,
certainly, especially with Overwatch and I think League. I think
Yeah.
those two are the ones that have clicked
I
most
think
with me.
Fortnite as well.
Fortnite
To be,
at
I think
points.
early
I
on.
didn't like
Yeah.
Fortnite for a long time.
Did you not?
There's
Fair
no.
enough.
There's been massive periods where I hated Fortnite. But early on I really liked it. And then later on, when people started
When
getting really
building
good at
started,
building, yeah,
yeah.
I hated. I just couldn't do it because I'm just not mechanically skilled enough. I'll just admit it.
I mean,
Like
that's
there was a point where I practiced a little bit and I could do a basic build, and that was okay. But I hated the fact that I had to spend time practicing in a custom
mhm.
game in order to get good enough to like. I
I
just didn't like that.
I remember I for the time. I mean, if you compare it to now, like it was. I couldn't build at all basically,
Mm,
but I remember like when we were still playing, I actually started to get quite good at building. Like
yeah.
I'll do literally edits and shoot people, then reset everything. Like I remember it was quite
The
like I started to get quite good at it, but then like
the
we stopped
only
playing for a
time,
bit.
yeah, then we picked it back up, and that's when I started enjoying it again because we started playing no build. And
Yeah,
when we
because
started playing no build, the game was fun again. um,
because I tried builds again, but
mhm.
I was
Just
washed. Oh my days! I think
outmatched, yeah.
I think it was the combination of obviously you're not used to the building mechanic and
Mhm.
you have to redo it, but then people are doing these crazy things and crazy new things where
I
I was
think
like,
the
oh my
only
days.
time I liked the building part was when they did the 50 versus 50 game mode. That I
Yeah.
found building really fun because you could just like your whole team would just gather together and
I,
build a massive castle.
I remember like if it's like you're on the high ground, you build
Hmm.
up your literal fort
Yeah.
basically, and then like you set up there. That was good.
Hmm.
But
Um,
I mean,
but
I still remember the first Fortnite win that I
oh
had.
my god, yeah.
And it was on my birthday.
Hmm.
We had the friend who raged at you and the controller friend both at
Hmm.
my house, and we were having a couple drinks. Um, and literally, both friends went that this player was cracked. Okay, this person was cracked. He was building around us. This is when we're new to the game as well. So like we knew well me I knew nothing about building. He downs friend one, then he downs friend two, executes them, and then it's just me against this guy, and I'm like, oh my days, this is over. Then like I don't know what I don't know if it was he was too confident or what, but he didn't build. Like he just started shooting at me, and then I just turned around and like shot him with the shotgun, and it just killed it. It was like, oh my days.
I remember. It's funny. I have a very similar experience to you for my first win because it was you
Yeah.
and me duoing, and it was almost the same thing. Like Adam usually carries me, and he did carry me this whole game. But then right at the end, I think you got downed by the guy, and it was just
Yeah.
me and him. And I was like, "Oh shit, we've lost. I can't clutch this." But then for some reason, this guy, because he was building and I can't build, so he was just building around me. And then for some reason, this guy, I shot out his build, and he instead of attacking me, I mean, instead of building and gaining like an advantage again, he starts just shooting at me. And I just whip out the shotgun and I one tap him,
Literally,
and I
it's
just it was such a magical experience. Because I
it.
thought it was over, but we won, and the adrenaline rush I remember
Oh
getting the
my days.
first
Yeah.
time you win at Fortnite. Oh my god, we probably sound like boomers right now, but um, genuinely, that
All
was
these
something
people
else.
like I get 50 Fortnite wins a session.
No, but
Like,
like we were not amazing at Fortnite. Like when we were playing build, we'd be lucky to win once during a single session of gaming.
yeah.
Um, I remember back
Like,
in the day, like it was we're not amazing.
thing is though, I think one of the reasons why disliked Fortnite a bit was because like this is now I prefer it. I do agree it was the right way, but it was when they first added skill-based
Yeah,
matchmaking to Fortnite because it made the wins easier in a way.
you we would win
Because
very
like
frequently. It went from
yeah,
never
it was like
winning to winning very frequently, and
and
it was very it was weird because it just didn't feel as satisfying.
yeah, because it's like
Like
when you win because in Fortnite the thing I like about Fortnite is it's really chill. It's not as like intense and competitive. I know now there's a competitive mode,
Mm-hmm.
but like back in day,
Back in the
back in the day, it wasn't really that competitive. Like when we played to have fun,
mm-hmm.
not win, which I think
It was the
honestly is a
difference from
really
Overwatch.
it's a really special thing a game can have. And
Mm-hmm.
you know what? I think I've mentioned it to you before. Like that's how I kind of try to play most games now. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
winning's a bonus, but as long as I've enjoyed the game and had a good time,
Yeah,
okay, it's frustrating when you lose,
I've always
but yeah.
been towards that mindset because, as
Mhm.
I've said, I don't enjoy competitive games nearly as much as you do. In fact, sometimes I
Yeah.
actively dislike them, as we're about to get onto.
Mhm.
But I'll play them because I want to spend time with friends, and the process of winning doesn't really add anything to me. The thing
Yeah.
I enjoy is just having good memories with my friends and doing
Mhm.
goofy stuff, having funny things happen in the game. That's kind of what gets me
But
like online.
that was the thing with Fortnite. You could just be goofy,
Yeah,
and then
it
maybe
was
you
a
win.
it's inherently a
It,
goofy game. Like
I
if you look at any of the
miss
trailers,
I miss when the primary vehicle was the shopping cart
yes,
because
that
I
was
think
so funny.
that fitted the game
Uh huh.
perfectly.
Hmm.
Honestly,
The
it
go karts
was
were fun when they added them. Don't get me wrong,
yeah.
but
Oh yeah,
this
to be fair, those were fun because you could bounce on
you
the
could
top. They
bounce
had the drift
them. Yeah,
mechanic.
yeah.
But
But the
now there's
shopping
like
cart back then was just like now they've just got cars, and I just don't.
yeah,
They're
because
not as fun as the goofy
when
side that
they
they used to be.
when they added planes,
We
I
had
obviously
such fun.
liked it
Yeah,
because
you're a
I like
pilot.
planes. You would be surprised to know the person who flies planes likes planes. But I remember that was really fun. But then like when they added cars and made it a permanent thing, I remember because they added customization, buyable customization
Mm,
for them. And when that came in, I was like, oh, so these aren't just for this season then. These
hmm.
are a permanent addition.
Yeah, yeah.
And then since then it's always made it like I don't know. Maybe it's nostalgia talking because I do remember it was annoying sometimes where as soon as you get into zone, next zone starts moving in.
Yeah.
Some games, if you land in a corner, like we used to always land lonely and
Lonely,
risky,
yeah, risky or
which were
yeah.
always in the corners,
Uh-huh.
sides of the map. And, like it was annoying when you had to just keep running, and
Hmm.
like it's probably helped the game in the long run. Let's be fair here, otherwise they'd have removed them.
Hmm.
But like found some way to remove them. But yeah, I think it misses like some of the old charm.
Yeah, yeah. I definitely agree. I play Fortnite occasionally, with you and one of our other friends. And it's not a game I go back to nearly as much as I used to play it, just because it doesn't have the same charm it used to for me, especially.
Mhm.
And there's other games we play now which I prefer.
Yeah,
Um, I will say I'll probably actually install, and same with Overwatch. I'm thinking of getting
yeah,
that again because I realized like as much as we play League a lot now, we'll get onto this later. But as much as I love League, I realized like we're kind of not stuck to one game anymore as much as we used to be
yeah,
back in the day.
and
Um, like everyone's kind of doing their own thing, which I really
mhm,
prefer because now I don't have to be like, oh, I'm only in the mood for the, or like, oh, I really want to play this one game, but everyone's playing this other game. Like we have like different, and we have a large enough group now where we can do that as well because in our
yeah.
server there's loads of people, so we can just pick and choose what we do.
I
Um,
mean, the thing with League as well is like, okay, I play more for fun than for winning,
mhm.
but at the same time, like, obviously I don't throw games, but like, it's harder to just goof around on League
Yeah,
compared to
you do have to
Fortnite.
lock into an extent on
Yeah,
League,
like, okay,
regardless
you can
of yeah.
play funny, goofy
Because
build,
the thing is,
but
even if we do play just for fun, like we play like ranked every time,
mm,
regardless of what we're doing, unless we have a team of four, in which case we can't.
yeah,
But
or a friend who's
or,
new to the
or a
game.
friend who's new to the game. But we literally just play ranked. But we don't really like care that much. We have one friend who's like very
It,
competitive,
like,
and he
don't get
likes
me
to.
wrong, it will be nice
It would be
to
nice
hit
to
high
win, and it
ranks.
would be nice to climb.
However,
But
I remember when I played Overwatch second or third time round
Mm-hmm.
where I was playing ranked again on Overwatch, and I was like a game or two off Masters. I was
Yeah.
Diamond 1 right next to Masters. And as I said earlier, I loved playing Tracer.
Mm-hmm.
Tracer, favorite mechanics. But I noticed at those games, I was a good Tracer player. Don't get me wrong, I got to Diamond just playing Tracer. But when I hit those ranks, it was suddenly like, no, I'm not that good of a Tracer compared to these guys. I need to play Casti. I need to play Soldier 76.
Mm-hmm.
I need to play Meta.
Yeah.
Which, okay, I could play them. Arguably, I was doing more for the team playing them, which
Mm-hmm.
obviously means that, yeah, it was working. But then it got to the point where it was like, I'm not really having fun playing
Yeah.
anymore because the enemies are super sweaty.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having to be super sweaty, which I enjoy ranked. I do enjoy the competitive nature, but it was getting to the point where it was just like, I don't
Yeah.
know. And I think that's what ended that period of Overwatch for me, like that next period,
Mm-hmm.
because it just got to too much basically, and then I dropped it there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Um,
yeah, like it will be nice to hit higher ranks in League. But
I,
if it
I
ever
I think League is the
because
one game where I've actually really enjoyed the competitive side. I know I've just spoken
Mhm.
about how much I hate comp games. League is the only competitive game I've played where I've solo queued competitive, on
Mhm.
ranked. I say that like as if I've done it a lot. I think I've done it 4 times in 4 individual times, and that's it.
Yeah.
But I have done it, and I've never, ever, ever, ever thought to do that before. Because in other
Mhm.
games, I instead of solo queuing if no one else is online, I would literally just play a single player game, which I tend to
Yeah.
prefer. And generally I still do, but there's an odd time where I'm feeling a league game. Um,
Mhm.
but yeah,
I mean,
it's weird because like I mean after we need to talk about Siege. I think that's
yeah.
the elephant in the room.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's a big topic. So I'm
it's a very
wanting to,
big
to like
topic.
tidy up all the little
Yeah, yeah,
bits
yeah.
around it first.
So I think next, like after Overwatch, and after Overwatch, then Fortnite, then Overwatch again, we went back
Yeah.
to Siege. Um,
Yes.
we are
Rainbow
just
Six
talking about competitive
Siege.
games, by the way, right now, but we play other games in between. Like we'd always go back to. We have a yearly rotating Ark and Minecraft server, which hasn't
Yeah.
happened in the last year and a bit now, actually.
No, we
Um,
did Minecraft
we did
end of
Minecraft
last
not
year.
too long ago,
Yeah.
but we haven't done an Ark for a while.
Yeah.
But
But
anyway, yeah,
I mean,
Siege.
also like GTA,
Oh yeah,
that
yeah,
would
yeah,
usually
GTA. Yeah, yeah,
slot
yeah.
in. I
We
think like at
interweave.
least whilst you've been around, we've not really ever had a point of pure GTA, which I've
Mm-hmm.
had. I had one at the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, like GTA normally slots in
Yeah,
the middle.
yeah.
But
Um,
yeah,
but
so Rainbow Six Siege.
oh
Um,
god.
I think
I'm just gonna
it's
say
the
off the
most.
bat, it's the most competitive we've gone. But I'm gonna say off the bat, I hate this game. I hate this game with a passion. How many hours do you have in Siege, Adam?
Ooh,
I think it's 3,000. That's my bet. Can you check
I'm
for
boosting
us?
up Steam, and I'll check that,
I
and
I'd be
I'll also
willing to bet money that it's over 3,000.
I'll also check GTA and TF2
Mm-hmm.
because like keep in mind I did go back to Siege occasionally, like a few times, so it'll be slightly higher, but at the same time I think it
You
wasn't for
also had
long.
an alt account though, remember?
I
You
did
play on
also
your
have an
alt
alt
account as
account.
well. So whatever that
Where do
number is,
I
it's higher
see
than that.
games? Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, according to Steam,
Oh, that's close.
2,764 hours.
But that is the caveat of that is missing your alt account
That
information.
is missing my alt account.
So
And
I reckon it
my
will be
second
over.
my second highest game on Steam. This is Steam, just so everyone
Mhm.
knows. I'll boot up Epic Games as well. Let's see how much
Does
time I've
Epic
had
give you times?
on. Yeah, it does.
Ah, okay.
Um, but then my next most played game is GTA 5, which we've gone back to quite a lot, so that does
Mm-hmm.
make sense. Any guess for how many hours? So
It's
2,764
I'm gonna say
is
500. I was
870.
within the right ballpark. I'll take that.
And then
Um,
my next highest game is Baldur's Gate 3.
200 hours. No, 150 hours.
You were close at first.
200.
270.
Okay.
Then TF2 is exactly 100 hours below that of
Nice.
177. Now
Nice.
let me check Fortnite.
Can you
I
sort
have
by
played.
most? Can you sort by most played?
No.
No.
Oh yeah, you can actually time played.
Let me go on Steam on my phone.
So on Fortnite, I have spent 1,619 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I can't look on Dead by Daylight for some reason. Maybe it's because it's not installed.
No, that shouldn't be it.
Well, I can only view games that I've got installed at the moment. So
Oh, interesting. Oh, on Epic, you mean?
Epic, yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know how Epic works.
But yeah,
I literally only use Epic for Fortnite or for claiming the free weekly game.
fair enough. But yeah, yeah, a lot of
Ooh,
time
close.
in Rainbow Six Siege.
Computer.
As I said, I did swap, go back to it a couple times, but that must only be like 20 hours, 30
Mm-hmm.
hours max, because I never spent too much time. Because one of the issues with Rainbow Six Siege, that was a spot, that game. Honestly, if
Mm-hmm.
you stop playing it, you lose,
Yeah. Yeah.
deteriorate. Like, it was
Um.
honestly a spot. And okay, I am going to clear up. At least I started Rainbow Six Siege not long before COVID hit.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if not for COVID, I'd have probably had a lot less hours in that game
Yeah. Yeah.
because that was the COVID game essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but yeah, I spent so long, and you know what? I think it was one of the games where I found it addictive because I could sense myself getting better in it
Mm-hmm.
as time was going on. Because, I don't know, I felt like I could see more improvement
Yeah.
in it, and it was also the first. I mean, I mentioned earlier that I hit Diamond and was close to Masters in Overwatch, but it is the first game where I ever hit Plat in
Mm-hmm.
Siege, which I mean,
You
I'm
know,
sure.
it's funny. I'm definitely worse than you at Siege, but
Yeah,
I hit plat before you did because
yeah,
I
you did.
remember you kept going on losing streaks when I was off,
Mhm.
and then when I hopped on, it was just you and me playing, and you carried
Yeah,
me up to
and
plat.
go up. But yeah, and I don't know, maybe it's not for most people, but for me at least, hitting plat in a video game for the first time, that felt fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
That was like, oh shit, I
Oh,
actually know
I
how
can
to
do.
play
I know
this
what
game.
I'm doing.
Because to me, I always feel like silver and gold is average,
Mm-hmm.
and plat is slightly above average.
Yeah.
And then obviously the higher you go, the lesser percentage. But yeah, it was the first time where I was like, obviously I knew I was decent at the game, like
Mm-hmm.
at least compared to the average person, because in gold lobbies I'd usually have tons of kills.
Mm-hmm.
But it was the first time where I was like, oh, okay, I've managed to hit this level
Mm-hmm.
of gameplay. Here's my badge. Ranking means nothing. Let's
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
realistic here. It's obviously I'd love to hit high ranks in League. I mean, I'm gold at the moment,
Mm-hmm.
but end of the day, I'm not putting that on a job resume. I'm not applying to an airline and going,
Mm-hmm.
I hit plat in Siege and diamond in Overwatch, just so you know.
Mm.
Hire me now. But yeah, ranking means nothing,
Yeah.
realistically. And but at the same time, it's very smart how they have that where the game doesn't necessarily have to add that much new content in. And the players themselves, they will grind to reach that
I
next
mean,
rank.
I think it's just more of like it is this like kind of human nature aspect of just wanting to be the best at something.
Yeah.
It is in our base human nature to try and strive for
I mean,
greatness, I think. Like you just want to be like it is satisfying to know that you are the best at something. Um
I feel like online gaming has changed that a lot because
mhm,
when at least when I was younger, when I first went to Brunei, before I started online games, most of the time it was like, oh shit, this person's really good at the game. They might be silver or gold tier. Like, they might not be good at all. However, like, he is the local kid where, like, oh yeah, if you ever go to his house and play COD against him, he'll absolutely wipe the floor with you. You play Injustice or something, Mortal Kombat, yeah, he'll absolutely destroy you. And like, okay, he might be average, but then like when online game enters the chat, like brushing off your shoulders, this dude realizes, nah, he ain't it. It's like someone going to Oxbridge for the first time. They've been the smartest kid in their class all their life, and then suddenly, nah, I'm
It's a
I'm a
big
nobody
fish in a
compared
small
to
pond type thing.
yeah, literally. Which honestly I think it's a good thing at the same time because obviously it's like when you I mean like places like Korea and things, they like have it really good where it's like if you're too good at Siege, if you're too good at a video game, and like people knocking on your door, you've now been conscripted to play League of Legends for the country now. But yeah, it's like interesting because
Also,
as I
quick
said,
aside,
yep,
would you like to take a gander, a guess at what my hours in Rainbow Six Siege are?
650.
It's more than that. It's
Oh,
890. But yeah,
ooh,
just
my
as a
next guess would have
comparison.
been 850.
Okay, just as a comparison, that is like 2,700 hours versus 890
Yeah,
hours. Like, I'm not saying Adam has no life, right? But no,
I didn't at that period.
yeah.
I
There was
definitely didn't.
there's like a difference here because like I said, I think I probably only enjoyed maybe like a quarter of the time playing Siege because I did not like the game. I played the game because we'd have a lot of funny moments. We have so many clips
Oh,
of
good
Siege
clip.
shenanigans. Because it is inherently a dumb game with dumb things happening sometimes. Like you'll just have like a random moment where someone will team kill you, or you'll have a like just
I mean, there's a
completely on
clip.
accident.
There's a clip we have somewhere. Unfortunately, we won't be able to add it because one, it's got some other people's voices who don't want to be in, and two, I'm not digging through for
I
it.
don't know
But it's
where
like,
it is.
oh, what's the clubhouse? The map clubhouse, and I literally just go, I just flick to the wall and tap my mouse like 3 times like that, and then I get a kill.
There was
And
a
I'm like,
joke that Adam was using wall hacks, or
no, it
everyone
was the
going
paid
against him were
actors
paid
as well.
actors.
Yeah.
Because he would just get the most outrageous kills. Because you'd die, right? You'd be spectating Adam, and what would happen is he'd walk up to an enemy, and the enemy would just stare at him and not do anything, and he'd just kill them, and it would be like, what the fuck? But when I fight that enemy, for some reason, they're just like world ranked 1 Siege player for that split second, insta headshot me.
I remember once because again I played tons of this game, and like once you weren't there, but I loaded in, and it was me and my ex at the time. We were on a team with 3 randos, and we were up against 5 of our mates. And I just remember wiping the floor with them. It was great. I felt like Toph in
Oh,
Atla,
when did
like
this
just
happen?
wiping the
Did you
floor with
just
that.
happen to
Oh
queue in with them all?
yeah, this was years. Like this was
Ah.
early on into the Siege days. Like I think we were silver at the time,
Yeah.
and I just remember it was like yeah, it
I
was
wasn't
really
terrible at
funny.
Siege actually. Like I wasn't good by all means. I wasn't
I
like,
mean, I'd say
but
mechanically you weren't the best, but you knew so much map
I was
knowledge and
very
like
I was
the
very
angles
knowledgeable
and
about the
stuff.
game,
Like,
and like my especially I think if I were to play Siege now, I would be a lot better than I was back then, especially
mhm,
because I was playing on a very old laggy laptop for a lot of my
yeah,
gaming hours. Like my Overwatch especially, and then moving on to Fortnite and then Siege, a lot of it was on my old laptop. Then I got a new gaming
mhm,
laptop and it was slightly better for a while, and I think that too, because I didn't have a cooling pad at first, I think it got heat damaged really early on.
yeah,
Because I would play on summer with like no cooling pad or anything, which is one of my regrets. Because bro, by the end of that laptop's like lifespan, I still have it, but you can't play a game on it for longer than an hour, because if you do, the keys will literally just burn your fingers because you can't tap. I don't know. They bought me a plug-in
Yeah.
keyboard because I couldn't use the normal keyboard anymore. It also had an
Didn't your
issue
like
where if
some
you
of your
press
WASD
W,
keys, bro?
yeah, it was
Yeah.
W, A, or S, or D. If you press W, it would and let go, it would still hold the button down for a while afterwards because there's something wrong with the connection. And it got to the point where after getting a new plug-in keyboard, I would still subconsciously hold S after letting go of W because I needed to counteract the forward movement with backward movement. But because I had a working keyboard, I would just end up walking backwards.
Oh,
I remember it happened for a good year after I got rid of that.
I mean, thing is, like, that's something that I like about a lot of like Siege and Overwatch is okay, mechanical skill that only gets you so far because like one
I
of
think
our
it's the same
friends,
with any competitive game, honestly.
yeah,
Like, I mean, some games like CS, I'd say less so. Like, obviously,
yeah,
CS does have
even
a
then,
massive.
like
It does
map
have a lot of.
knowledge,
You
but
need a lot of
there's
macro with like.
there's a scale, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
Like
yeah,
of
yeah.
it,
Exactly.
like
You need map knowledge. You need like good util knowledge. You need like strategic
teamwork.
knowledge of like how someone's gonna play. Like I play CS with one of my friends who's really good at CS, and I just can't keep up with him because I have no clue
Yeah,
what's going on. So that's fair. But I will say, a game like League, for example, I'd say is a lot more dependent on like game knowledge rather than skill.
yeah,
Because at the end of the day, it's you don't need to like I play Briar, right? My character literally plays itself. I don't need to aim, I don't need to do anything. I just press W, Q, and then E, and that's it. But the
but it
skill
depends
comes
on your
from
character.
so yeah, it depends on the character, but I think skill in League comes more from once you understand a character within the first like 5-10 hours of playing them. You will be a lot better than a person who's played that same character. Say you have 100 hours in League and you pick up a new
Yeah,
character and play 5 to 10 hours of that character. You are going to be much better at that character and the game in general than me, who's played 40 hours of one character of that same character.
yeah,
Because I've got 60 less hours in League than you do. And I think that matters a lot more because I mean,
yeah,
we'll get onto League later, but it's a massive learning curve for League. It's
yeah.
very different from things like Overwatch and Siege.
I mean, even Overwatch, I'd say that like okay, mechanical skill will get you far in
Mm-hmm.
Overwatch because it is more of a shooter, and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think shooters definitely matters. But I think Overwatch has done a good job of like making characters who accommodate
Mm-hmm.
those who aren't. Because we've got a friend, and he managed to hit like decently into masters on Overwatch, and
Mm-hmm.
like he's better than me at Overwatch. But
He's a
he
flex as
will
well, so he
yeah,
just
he's
plays
a flex.
every.
He's really good at the game.
Yeah.
But like he will admit, and honestly, I'd probably agree that my mechanical skills for point and shoot is probably better.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, my tracer like game sense will be better because I
Mm-hmm.
just
You
know,
only play Tracer. Yeah.
yeah, I know her mechanics a lot more. But like for like yeah, my mechanical skill is better, but that only gets you so far. Like this dude, he is really good. Like
As an example of Adam's Tracer, by the way, like it's to the point where you instinctually know to hold down the mouse button exactly how long it takes to empty the clip, and then you melee straight
yeah,
after you empty a clip, even if there's no enemies nearby. On instinct, I see Adam pop a melee attack because he just that's all like his entire combo is just dump
literally,
the mag melee, dump the
I
mag
wouldn't
melee.
wouldn't be able to give you a number like
Yeah.
of oh yeah it takes this many seconds. I just know like okay, release mouse button, hit R, like
uh,
it's probably an unhealthy amount, but yeah, like I
yeah.
mean people who especially people who don't game much, they've said that they've felt like sick
Hmm.
watching my gameplay because it just looks so weird.
Hmm.
But yeah,
I mean, Trace. It doesn't
um,
help that you're Tracer and you're blinking around
yeah.
constantly.
No, the worst thing with Tracer is if you're lagging.
Oh my god.
Because then you don't know if you're blinking or
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you're lagging. You're literally going all over. It's
Hmm.
like you get 6 blinks instead of 3. But yeah. So in the siege, I mean, we used to watch a bunch of Coconut Bra
Oh
videos
yeah, the
where like
goat.
basically for those who don't know, he basically gives guides on maps which give you angles and stuff, which I think definitely helped us go up the
Yeah,
rankings.
yeah.
I remember one thing I was gutted about was like when they removed bullet holes,
Peepholes,
because
bro, the
don't
bullet
get me wrong,
holes.
they were so stupid.
Yeah.
They should not have ever been in the game
For
because
those
they're
of you who
so
haven't played
unfair.
Siege, you basically shoot a wall with a bullet, and it will literally just be a pixel that you can see through. And
Could have been a map design.
because you
It
were yeah
literally
yeah,
could
yeah.
have been map
But no
design.
no, but the thing is, because you're right up against it, the way just vision works is you can see a lot more through that pixel than people
Mhm.
who are far away. So you can see everything on the other side, or like a lot of
Yeah,
what's on the other side, but they can't see you
but
because you're just
because
a tiny
as
dot on
well
their
with
screen.
that, it's like, oh, if you don't get clear vision, do 2 bullets, and
Yeah,
like next to each other, and you
yeah,
can
yeah.
see fine. 4 bullets. It like I
And they
think
could still
four
barely see
bullets
it
is the
from
cap, and then like
yeah,
other
and then the
people might
wall.
notice it.
Hmm.
But like, thing is, so that sounds bullshit, doesn't it? Like, oh yeah, that's unfair. People in this game would know where these usually are,
I
and
know,
they'd
and
swing a
pre-fire
corner
it. Yeah.
and pre-fire exactly where that person's head would be.
Uh-huh.
Like this is how like this is why I'm
There's
like
levels to yeah, yeah.
there's levels to it, because like you could be the most mechanically skilled person in the world. You could instantly see someone, flick to them and shoot them straight away. But
Hmm.
if you don't have the game sense to know
You'd
that,
get decimated by an
you
average,
can't
a
do anything.
relatively. I
It's
wouldn't say an average player, but like you'd probably get decimated by someone who's played the game for a good number of hours.
yeah,
Um,
like
and
you could be number one in the world for CS:GO, come to like know nothing about
yeah,
Siege,
that's
and then
another thing.
honestly,
Like
I think
different
you'd struggle
competitive
against the high
games
goal.
are very different in terms of like skill. Like for example, the friend I play CS with, he's played League with us a couple times, and he's had a miserable time. It's a very
No,
different
that's
game.
just League of Legends
That
players,
is
though.
League of Legends. Yeah, that's an average League game. Um,
But
but yeah, like I think Siege. I think the main thing for me was there were times where I was getting into it. There were times where like I wasn't
mhm,
just miserable the whole time we were playing. The whole
yeah,
890 hours I have. Um,
I hated every
I
single
hated
moment
every
of it.
second. But it definitely was nowhere near as good as I think some of the other games we've played. I think
Yeah.
because after Siege, what
What?
did we do? We went back to
Fortnite.
Fortnite and then back to Overwatch. Um,
Yeah, I think so. Then DBD came in at some
I never
point.
played DBD with you guys. I played maybe two
Yeah.
games.
I
I do
think you
not
just
enjoy
weren't
it.
online too much at that point.
I mean, there was that as well, but I also did try it a few times and I just couldn't
Yeah.
enjoy it. It wasn't fun for me.
But yeah, I mean, like, I was going to say something for C. Oh yeah, like mentioning about that. I do think that Siege was affecting. Like at first it was good, but
Hmm.
once I hit that plat level, where I honestly think I just peaked at plat on
Hmm.
Siege. I don't think I could have kept playing it, and I don't. They have changed the ranking, by the way,
Yeah.
system. Like I think
Since when we
now they've
played,
made it
yeah.
like anyone's able to hit like high ranks if they keep play. What I don't know. Before people attack me, I don't know how it works. One of my friends explained it to me, and it sounds like it's easier to go up the ranks
Yeah.
because your skill match is different from your ranking.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think once I hit plat, and then like I basically just hit a wall and I wasn't
Hmm.
improving
Well,
anymore.
I think it didn't
It
help for you as well that the people you were playing with, I'd say I'm personally I was a gold player who had been in plat
mhm,
before. Um and I think it didn't help for you because another thing with my less play time, it wasn't just that I would play like in bursts with you guys. I would like
yeah,
like sorry, that's what I would do. I'd play like a few there'd be a time where I'd play a lot of Siege and then I'd
like
stop
you'd play a
playing for a
week, then you
while. Yeah.
stop a
I'd
week,
stop a
and
week.
yeah,
So I personally could just never get better because I just didn't have the commitment
mhm,
to the game because like I said, I didn't enjoy it as much. So I would end up playing single player games all the time. In the other times. But so for you, I think it was like one of your issues could have just been because you were playing with us.
potentially.
Like I'd say like
Oh, you guys holding me down.
it could
Nah,
be, but
like,
I do agree. Once you hit that kind of wall where you're just like, oh, I can't go any further than this.
mm,
It isn't as fun because then it starts to become a grind. Because you
yeah,
have to like sit down, practice your aim training, practice like going into a game, like doing some warm up games, then going into
mhm,
ranked. Like I remember every time we played Siege
became a
ranked,
routine.
we'd start with a warm up game of unranked, and then we'd move on to a ranked.
Yeah.
And with League, we don't do that, for example, or
No.
Overwatch, we don't do that, for example. It was
Hmm.
something about Siege that we just took much more seriously, I think,
Yeah,
than other
and
games.
it wasn't good for my mental health. And actually, that's kind of why I stopped playing it because I think
I celebrate the day
I
you stopped playing Siege. I was
I
so
think
happy.
I just realized like the past 2-3 weeks I was just getting more frustrated, getting
Hmm.
more annoyed, getting
We were
more
also
angry.
all getting angry at each other as well. Like it was,
Yeah,
we had some pretty
like
bad times where we would like start shouting at each other for like.
yeah.
I don't think you and me shouted at each other so much, but we
There
have
were
other
a couple
people in our. There
times.
were a couple
We
times
definitely
at least, yeah. But I mean, it wasn't a regular occurrence. But like,
yeah,
there's definitely some people in our group who get a lot more angry than others, and
yeah.
there's a lot of arguments going on, and I think we dropped it at a pretty good time, to be honest. If we kept going,
I
it would
think
have.
earlier would have been
Earlier would have been
better,
better.
honestly.
Earlier would have been
But
better. It wasn't happening. I was happy to
I
drop
mean,
it. In fact,
it.
I dropped it a month before you guys dropped it. I
Yeah,
think because I
I
was just
think
sick of it.
it,
I
it
just
is a shame though because like we did have a couple friends who like when we left Siege, they just kept playing and like
yeah, and
we
they
don't.
haven't played
It's
with
not because
us.
we dislike them,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
stopped talking to them, but like they wouldn't join us on any other games, and
Hmm.
like they'd hang out in Call a bit sometimes, but
It's
really
kind of
like we
difficult when you're
rarely ever.
playing a competitive game and someone's playing a different game in call, because you
Yeah.
can't really have a conversation. We do when we play League, we have conversations all the time, but there are moments where you need to lock in, and that conversation turns to, oh, we need to focus on this objective, we need to do
Yeah.
this. Um, but it's really difficult to maintain that when someone's playing a different game in the same voice call.
But like I think because after Siege, I think it was actually straight back onto Overwatch. And like
Fortnite, then Overwatch.
I or was it Fortnite
Yeah.
first? Oh yeah. But like when we went back to Overwatch, back to a competitive game,
Hmm.
I basically I went into it going, I'm not taking this
Hmm.
seriously, basically. And then I
I
still hit
remember I did the
diamond.
same thing
I was
because
still
I I wasn't enjoying Mercy. Like I remember earlier I said I really liked being Mercy main. But towards the end of it I wasn't enjoying it as much because I was like I'm just playing like one character and I've been
Mhm. And
pigeonholed
she
into the
doesn't have
group
the most
supports.
to her kit.
No. Um and yeah, I was playing some of the other supports as well, but I didn't like the fact that I was being forced into playing support because I really like the idea of playing Hanzo because bows and arrows have always appealed to me. And this is funnily enough, it was also around the time where I got into anime for the first time. I was like, oh, Japanese guy with bow and arrow, I gotta go with this. So I started playing Hanzo, and then I just started enjoying the game a lot more than I ever previously did. Bless you, bless you. Um,
Thank you.
and I think that was the time where Overwatch really shined. Like, obviously, original Overwatch will always have a place in my heart. Like peak 2016 Overwatch,
Yeah.
2017 Overwatch. Um, that always has a special place in my heart. But I think the second time, especially coming from Siege, which I hated, I
Mhm.
think that contrast was so good because
I
I
I
really
honestly
enjoyed the
think
game.
the whole tone of the game helped because like
Yeah, it's
Siege
so
it
much
is
happier.
it's a much more dark gritty
Hmm.
game Siege which it's what it's aiming for,
Yeah.
and then Overwatch it's like so happy like
There's random voice
you
lines dropping. Like, I mean, characters in Siege do it as
colorful
well,
and
but
things like that, and like honestly like one of our friends absolutely despises it, but like I love the like little remarks characters will
yeah.
make to each other,
Hmm.
and like the little voice
When they
lines
have
they
a
have.
unique interaction with the voice line, which tells you a little
Yeah,
bit
I
about their
love when
story and
like
past.
sometimes like if your team comps a certain one,
Yeah,
like there'll be voice lines of
I
that.
think
Like
we were talking about
Junker
this
Queen,
previously, but it was the. It's the fact that Overwatch, I think, is the first game where we both kind of cared about the lore of the
yeah,
characters and the competitive aspect
mhm.
of the competitive game. That is, like single player games, obviously the lore's important, but yeah, Overwatch, I think, the first proper competitive game
I
where
mean
the lore was.
even even now I'd say it's the lore that I've been most invested in
Yeah, I
because we
still
play
follow
League of
it.
Legends at the moment, and like
I know a little bit of
I
League
don't.
lore, but I think I
Yeah,
know a bit
it's
more than
really
you do. But
confusing.
it's
Obviously, I know the
confusing.
arcane lore, but
Yeah,
like
yeah, we watched Arcane, but
yeah,
there's yeah, League. I think there's like different like lines of like story and like they're like different universes and things. And I know the lore got redone at some point as well. But we don't really follow the League lore that much. Um, but Overwatch, I still keep up with it to some degree. Um, I still semi
Yeah.
pay attention to what's going
I
on.
mean, obviously, I've started playing it a bit again, and
Hmm.
I've been at least the new hero because I think she's just really cool.
Is this the one
I
that
mean,
looks really generic that we were talking about?
no, this
Or is
is
that
the Omnic lady. I'll
oh
DM you a picture.
Overwatch?
Oh, if you search up Shion Overwatch,
Oh yeah.
and I mean, one of our friends literally said, "You've gone for another high mobility character who dual wields pistols," and I went, "Yes, I have."
Oh yeah.
Um, I mean, we're running low on time, so we'll quickly skim over to League, but I think we'll
Hmm.
definitely do another video on this. I one trick in most games,
Hmm.
even in D&D, I one trick,
He's a
basically,
rogue.
like
He's a rogue one trick.
rogue or
Rogue
fighter.
fighter.
But yeah, but yeah, like I don't know, I find it really interesting, and honestly, for like writing, I get so much inspiration.
Hmm. I
Like,
um I tend to actually I've said I've one tricked quite a bit this game. Like we've talked about this recording. Like we've talked about me playing Mercy a lot. But I
Briar,
tend to I think League is the first game where I've actually properly just been a one trick because
yeah,
I have played other characters and I have started to enjoy other characters a bit more as of recent. I say that
hmm
the last few games I've only been playing Briar, but that's because we had a bit of a break. Um, there's like League just didn't click to me. I didn't enjoy the game. I hated it. Like League was terrible, and I was annoyed that we
I
were
wouldn't
playing
have
League.
kept playing League if not for Arcane Season
Arcane
2.
season 2 brought us back into it, yeah,
It
because
brought us back.
we stopped playing, and then I remember you and one of our other friends started playing it again, and you called me and you were like, "Bro, come on, join us," and I was like, "Nah, I'm not joining."
It, no,
Um,
it was when I told you to play when I'm on an alter.
oh
Basically,
yeah,
I found out that because the issue was I was playing League of Legends with my friends who have hundreds of hours in League of Legends
yeah, yeah.
because they played it before we started, even before Overwatch, basically.
Hmm.
Like they played it ages ago. And like the issue was then League matchmaking was going,
Oh, these guys are really
well,
good.
it's not fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, these guys are decent at the game. This person isn't, but if we put it them in new lobbies, it's
Hmm.
not fair. So I literally, me and a friend, both of us learning, we both made an alt account to literally learn the game
Hmm.
because like we just needed people
Yeah.
also new to the game, low level players,
So
and
you
we were
just
still
didn't have.
getting
You know what?
decimated.
You'd have a miserable
Like
time in League. Like you, if you load up and you're going against someone who knows what they're doing. And I was in top lane at this time, and I sucked at top lane because I didn't know what CSing
yeah,
was. I didn't know that how towers worked. And I remember getting shouted at all the time by like one of our friends who
that's
plays a
another
lot.
thing. The amount of terminology for League of
Oh my
Legends.
god, it's
Oh my
confusing.
days.
Like
Like
CS, lane
tanking,
state, ganking,
freezing
jungle,
wave.
freezing
Like oh
wave,
my
like
days.
wave clear. Like I just didn't know what was going on. I was so lost. It's not
It
your average FPS game, right? So, genuinely, I just didn't enjoy it. And then we stopped playing, and then you two start playing again, and you convinced me to get it. I'm so glad you did because
yeah.
again, I didn't enjoy the game immediately again, but then slowly I started enjoying it, and then I think when I really enjoyed it was when I switched to jungle and I picked up Briar. Because playing
hmm
Briar was honestly it was like you and Tracer. Something
Yeah.
clicked with me, and I I just kept getting better and better and better, and I still keep getting better. Like I've had
hmm
massive breaks from League recently because I've had exams and things, and I've not been playing. But before my big breaks, I was like climbing consistently. My win rate was
Yeah.
85% at one point, and that was in high gold lobbies, and I
hmm
was just climbing. I think I hit plat on solo duo. But then that's when I had to take my big break for
I mean,
exams because I was going for
I
Emerald. That was my
yeah.
goal. And Emerald isn't like it's not amazing. It's top 15% of players. It's pretty good. And I
Mhm.
genuinely think with Briar I can hit it. I just need to put the time into it. But it's just one of those things that now I've kind of, like I've said before, I've kind of pulled back from like the competitive side a bit now. I'm just playing League
Yeah.
to chill.
I mean, I've been enjoying it to chill quite a bit.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Like I said, I've been wanting to pick up Overwatch and Fortnite again, so
yeah.
just play games for hanging out again.
Hmm.
But yeah, League was the first game I think that I've really taken seriously competitively. Because
Hmm.
I would either solo queue with you or with one of our other friends, and we just
Hmm.
climb. I remember when you and I would play together. That first time we tried to climb, we both went from like silver to top of gold, I think.
Yeah.
And that's yeah, that was quite that was um it was the first time I was like, I genuinely wanted to get better at a competitive game for the sake of
Hmm.
being good at a competitive game. And I do want to pick up other characters now because I'd say I'm good at Briar. I wouldn't say I'm good at League. Um,
Yeah.
I need to play a lot of other characters in order to get
I
better.
mean, I play a couple characters on League, but I do basically one trick Akali.
Yeah.
I started, well, I
You were a
started off
cat
playing
one
Vi.
trick. Oh yeah, you
I
started off
started
playing
off
Vi. Yeah,
playing
yeah,
Vi because Arcane, basically. Um, I was like, Arcane, that's why I'm playing this game.
yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
like the character. Then, like, I didn't really gel. Um, like, yeah, she's cool, but yeah, didn't gel for me.
Mm-hmm.
Then I think I experimented with a few others. Then I started playing Cat, and that was really
I've
fun.
played cat for a long
But
time.
yeah, I've got a lot
It's
of
pretty
mastery
recent that
points on
you
her.
switched to Akali, actually.
Basically, from like last September or
Yeah.
October, like I started playing Akali, and I think when I was playing well as Cat, like, and the enemy team were playing basically into me to help me do well, I was doing much better as Cat. But I feel like I'm doing much more consistently good
Mm-hmm.
as Akali. But yeah, I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
And
I'm curious to like think what's next for us because like League we've kind of been on for a while now, and I don't
yeah,
think it's gonna stop. I think League is
I
gonna
think he'll stick
stay
around for a
stick
bit.
around for a bit or permanently even because it's the I think at least for me it's the
Um,
one game that I know I will always enjoy. Um,
I don't know permanently, just for the sake of. I mean, maybe
I mean,
like
no, no, no.
as like
I'm
draft
saying
picks
it's
and stuff.
it's definitely
Uh,
joined the set of games that we will always come back to, because
yeah.
we've mentioned other games like we've played the finals, we've played what's the
Rogue Company,
Rogue
was that a game?
Company, I think we played Apex, but none of these games have stuck around for us.
I mean,
Um,
even Siege. Okay, we played a lot of it, but
mhm.
Siege isn't really a game that we go back to again. Like, the
Did we
only
play Rogue
reason why
Company?
I did at least. It's on
Oh yeah, yeah,
Epic.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We did play this game.
Yeah.
I forgot this game existed.
But yeah, like, with Seed, I mean, War Thunder. That's another
Oh
game
yeah,
that we've gone back to a few times. I
yeah,
mean, obviously, I think I've got more of an interest
yeah,
in
yeah.
it than you. But
I actually
yeah, like,
started to really get into it the latest time we played it.
yeah,
Because I didn't like it at first, but then I understood how it worked, and I
hmm.
was getting pretty decent at it. I remember. But yeah, I just it's not one of those games that sticks around for long times.
But yeah,
Um,
like, as I was saying, Siege. It's not really a game we go back to. Whenever I've gone
no,
back to it,
it's just
it's
not been
because,
fun.
like, oh,
Uh,
when I started this course, some of my
mhm,
course mates played Siege, and I was like,
yeah.
oh yeah, I'll do some Siege with
We
you.
played it in
Like,
2025 was the last time. It was like mid 2025, I think, or November 2025, I want to say. We played a few games because we were like, oh, let's get back into Siege. But before that, it was back in 2023 that I'd last played it at
yeah.
least.
For
Um,
me, it was July 2025 when I last played,
okay,
according
I
to
must have played it a bit
Steam.
after you then.
Yeah.
But yeah, like we played a little bit, and then But yeah, it's not one of those games that I'd ever go back to in the long run. It's just never.
Yeah.
Oh no, mine was June, so maybe mine was before you. You played after me.
Hmm.
Um,
I'm shocked that like Marvel Rivals didn't stick for us.
I stopped playing Marvel Rivals again a couple weeks before everyone else did, because I
Well,
just wasn't enjoying it. It was
I
the thing is,
a lot.
it's a really good game, and I enjoyed. It was fun, but at that time I was looking for something that I think I wanted something competitive because I really wanted to enjoy a competitive game, and we had a league, and I was enjoying League, and we picked up Marvel Rivals, and I wasn't vibing with it as much,
Yeah,
especially because there was no
I think
balance,
the
and I don't know if there
issue
is any balance still. I haven't played it
the
since
issue with
release,
Rivals is for our group, it just felt like Overwatch, but
but
we didn't get the
not as good.
characters who
Yeah,
we enjoyed playing.
yeah.
I wouldn't say not as good.
Okay,
That's the thing. I don't
I
because
I think
I
Overwatch is
think what
balanced
they
a lot
did,
better, at least for the when the game first came out for Rivals. Because again, I
yeah,
haven't played it since release. Um,
like I think they had a lot of good concepts in Rivals
yeah,
with like the team ups and things like that. But like the thing is, it was too similar to Overwatch, and
hmm
obviously I main Tracer. I love Tracer for Overwatch and
hmm
Rivals. Okay, I played some. I also play
played Spider
Widowmaker on
Man.
Overwatch, and I played some Black Widow and
Yeah,
Spider Man,
hmm
and tried out a few. But I think one of the things one of our friends said is it doesn't quite scratch that itch, which
yeah.
you want. We called it the Overwatch itch.
hmm
You didn't really get that,
We were trying
and
to
like
fill the same niche with a different game, and
yeah,
it wasn't
because
quite fitting right. Um,
yeah,
and the thing is, I do appreciate Rivals for what it's doing because it's doing great right now. Like it's
and
still really popular.
as well.
Um,
Overwatch has improved so much since Rivals has come out, in my opinion.
That's what I was getting onto. Like I appreciate for what it's doing for the gaming community. But I think my main issue with it was when we first started, we tried to play competitively, and the comp just didn't feel fair because there was some characters that just were objectively better than other characters.
Yeah,
And you just couldn't like there was no way like if it's almost it wasn't even rock paper scissors because at least with rock paper scissors there's a balance, right? But with these
mhm,
things it was as if you were playing rock and scissors, and you would just if you were the scissors you would die to the rock, and that was it, and there was nothing
yeah.
you could do. You weren't effective against anyone else.
As well, it's like in Overwatch, I feel like okay, there's lots of counterplay, especially
Hmm.
for tanks,
Yeah,
but for DPS, if you're counterpicked, arguably, if you're good enough, you can get around
I'm
it.
sure this
Like
is
I
the
remember
case
when
for
Ghost Pump
Rivals as
first,
well, but it just
yeah,
felt it feels a lot less so than Overwatch at least. And maybe that's
mhm,
coming from our perspective of having a lot more hours in
yeah.
Overwatch.
I mean, how
Um,
many hours did I have in Rivals?
I don't
Let's
think I
see.
have
It
that
was
many.
Steam. I think we played.
Yep. Let me have a look. 15. That's all I played. You probably played a bit more than me.
See,
But I mean,
Marvel Rivals 32.
there,
Yeah,
yeah, played double what I played. Yeah, but I did stop like 2 weeks before you guys though, because we were playing it pretty like similarly. It wasn't that I just play less than you at that time.
we were giving it a proper go,
Yeah,
but to be fair, what also killed it, I'm booting up Overwatch just to see what my tracer hours are
yeah,
total now. But yeah, like I think it got to the point where like we just I don't know. Everyone went on Christmas leave. I think that
yeah.
was one. Well, I say leave. Like, oh yeah, have you applied for your gaming leave? Everyone went home for Christmas and stuff. Where you're not gaming anyway.
hmm
And then like when we came back after Christmas, everyone just wanted to play League or Overwatch or whatever.
Well,
Really,
I think it was
like
partly me kind of forcing us away from Rivals because I just didn't want to play
maybe.
Rivals. So every
But
time I was online, we would end up
I
playing
don't.
thingy like
I
League
wouldn't
or
say so because it wasn't just you.
it wasn't
It was
okay. Fine.
quite a few
I
of
can only
us.
say from what I was
And then like
experiencing. Because I literally just
really
remember I stopped playing it, and then 2 weeks later, everyone else stopped playing it. So I was just
yeah,
thinking, like,
because
oh, like because I only
no,
wanted to play League at that time.
I really wanted to give it a go, but like
Yeah,
it just wasn't doing it for me. And then like whenever I just felt like I'd have had more fun if I played something else.
yeah, yeah.
Which I mean, I've just booted up Overwatch now, and so my total time in Overwatch is, and this is time played. So before the Steam hours, that includes just sitting in the lobby. This is time in game, I believe, for
Mm-hmm.
Overwatch. My total time is 965 hours. Any guesses for how much time I played Tracer for?
At least 800 of that. No, maybe
Eight. Oh,
800 is probably a bit high. I'd say like
very high.
I'd say like
Okay, let me tell
600.
you my
600.
second most played,
Okay.
117.
Oh, okay, maybe not. Oh, you played a lot of That's Widow.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Widow.
I'd say okay, maybe 580. That's my guess.
350.
What? That's a lot
Yeah.
lower than I thought it was.
Remember, like, I've got, like, I have played a lot.
To be
I've got
fair, you
50,
played. What's your next
50
most?
hours Sombra,
Yeah,
57 on
Sombra. That
Sombra,
makes sense.
then 54 on McCree,
Yeah,
sorry, Cassidy,
yeah.
then 50 hours on Anna,
Okay, fair, fair, fair.
then just under 50 on Symmetra.
I'm
Like,
curious of mine, but I don't think I can actually load up Overwatch.
let me pull up for you.
Oh, yeah,
Because I
yeah.
can view your
Oh, you
account.
can, you can.
Um,
Subscribe this over
what?
here.
Didn't you have two accounts, or did you just have one?
I want to say I had two, but I can't remember. My main one is the.
Is it LolGamer765?
Oh God, I think so. Yeah, that was my Xbox
Offline
auto-generated
for 2 years.
tag. I think.
No,
Offline.
it can't be
It
offline
can't
for
be
two
that
years,
one.
right?
No, it was the one that's my initials.
Okay. Ah, there we are. Um, so you did just under 400 hours
Okay,
total,
respectable.
and you spent a lot of time on Mercy.
Yeah, ever the mercy
Like,
main.
any ideas for how many hours on Mercy?
120. I want to say.
93.
Okay, okay, that's close.
Guess who your second most played hero is? Because you actually didn't mention them earlier when you were
Symmetra.
speaking about characters.
Is it Symmetra?
Yes.
Yeah.
Any ideas for how much? Yep. Any
60
ideas?
hours.
40.
Okay, fine.
So you had more hours on Mercy than Symmetra and Hanzo combined.
Damn.
In fact, hang on. 41 hours on Symmetra, 34 hours on Hanzo, so that's 75,
Mm-hmm.
and then 20 on Reinhardt. So Mercy is 2 hours short of Symmetra, Hanzo, and Reinhardt combined.
Damn, okay.
But yeah,
I think my other account was what I played Diva on. Because I remember I
potentially,
said I
yeah.
played Diva first. Um, I just
Yeah,
realized I
that's
started
true.
Overwatch updating, which is what causing my Discord to lag. Um, but yeah, like, I I mean, yeah, Overwatch. I think you know what, I want to play some Overwatch soon. I'm going to
Yeah.
Japan next week, and I don't think I'll have time till I'm back. So, but I will
Oh,
update
you're
it.
not on. No,
Not today. No, I've got a lot of work.
fair enough.
Should we move on to
But yeah,
our as seeing looking at the time? You got to get going. Let's move
I've
on
got
to
yeah
our weekly wrap up. I
weekly wrap.
actually want to start with mine because I have something that is very on theme. I this last week have
Oh,
been playing Nier Replicant on my Steam Deck.
oh, have you?
I have been wanting to play the Nier games for years now, many many years, and I finally got round to it. And Replicant, I didn't gel with it at first, but it started growing on me. And after I finished, I didn't do. For those of you who've played it, you know that once you finish the main story to get the other endings, you have to replay it again. I did. I don't quite have the time right now to do that, so I stopped. You have to replay Act Two, so I just stopped at the end of it, and then I watched like the older scenes of like the different cutscenes. And I know it's not quite the same experience you get, but it's all I can afford right now, time wise.
Mhm.
And I will say the story is insanely good.
Yeah.
It's very loosely related to Drakengard. And I'd want to play Drakengard, Drakengard. I don't know, one of the two. I want to play it at some point later on, but I want to play Automata first because I started playing Automata actually. Turns out you can kill yourself because you can go into your characters, like your character has like in Automata it's like this chip or something. I don't fully understand it, but you
Mhm.
can slot in different
Inhibitor chip.
cards. Not really, but yeah, you can slot in. You're basically a robot, right? So you can
Yeah.
slot in different cards, which basically like change your kind of attributes. But I did the equivalent of deleting System 32 on my character,
Oh
so
my
it
days.
just killed my character. And turns out if you die during the tutorial, you have to restart the whole tutorial. So I put it down because
Oh,
I didn't have enough time to redo the whole tutorial. Um, but yeah, I'll pick that back up once I'm back from Japan, I think.
yeah.
But yeah, that was my last week.
I mean, for me, I've not had too much on. I've run into Oxford twice this week.
Mhm.
Like just under 9 kilometers.
Nice,
That's
nice.
the most interesting I've had, really. I'm going into Fly tomorrow. Uh,
We won some
yeah,
games of League,
won some games of League,
lost some games of
made
League.
some Char Siu Park.
Oh yeah, you mentioned. I think you
Um,
mentioned that last time.
oh,
Oh, because
I
we
ignore that bit.
recorded within 2 days of each other.
Then
Yeah, funnily
this
enough,
last recording
this is
was
the
a while
last.
ago, I think.
No, it was 3 days ago.
3 days ago.
I want to say 3 days ago, but we won't be doing another recording till mid-July because I won't be.
Do we
I'll
have
be.
enough recordings
We
backed
do.
up for?
We do just
Okay.
about after this one. We do. Because we
Well,
have this weekend, next
we'll just
weekend,
have to make
and
sure we
the
do
week
our
after.
next recording soon after
Yeah, yeah.
we're
We'll
back.
do it. We'll do it second week of July.
Yeah.
That should cover us.
Which you will be seeing me for my birthday, hopefully, around
Hooray!
then.
That would be great.
Woo!
Happy birthday,
Yeah,
Teddy.
that's another thing. It
It
will be
is
my
Adam's
birthday next week.
birthday
I
in
was going
a
to
few
leave it
days.
for the next recording, but since we won't be recording
Your
then,
birthday is actually a
but yeah,
week today.
yeah,
Yeah,
week today.
I just saw the date. But like, yeah, it's a shame that I'll be missing it again. But
Yeah.
we'll figure something out.
Well, to be fair, the last
Last time
time I was out of the
you were in
country.
Spain.
This
Yeah, you
time you're
missed
out of the
it.
country.
Yep, yep, yep.
I missed my own birthday.
Failure.
Well,
Anyway,
anyways,
I've been holding a piss for about an hour now, so I'm gonna stop the recording.